everybody.
We're back in the underbelly of the world.
The mystical land of storage.
It's like a garage, only it's a lot colder in here and definitely way creepier.
Look at this. Got the whole place to ourselves. I feel like it's risky business in here. Whoa. Doesn't quite work in here. It's a little squeakier. Oh well, that's okay. I'm no Tom Cruise anyway.
You're probably wondering where I've been for the last couple of days.
Some people work to live. I live to work. That's all I ever want to do is have crazy adventures with you guys and do my thing. With the last few days, I needed to just stop.
This hasn't been my month. I had all those dental procedures and stuff.
And once that was done, for the past week, I've been making crazy travel plans for 2017.
I realized I'm only going to be in Southern California literally for a handful of days over the next couple months.
And it suddenly dawned on me that I needed to do my taxes. Now, like a moron,
I didn't keep any receipts. All that travel this past year,
overseas travel, out-of-state travel, car travel, all those crazy adventures.
and between the move and just being on the move while I was doing all of that, I had no receipts.
Now, you kids aren't going to understand this. It's going to be incredibly boring to you, but some of your parents understand that that is a big, big deal, especially if you are self-employed. Taxes are no fun. You do them wrong or do the wrong thing, you could go to jail.
So I had to spend 5 incredibly boring days of my life, the last 5 days or so, going line by line through every debit card transaction, every credit card transaction, write down where I was every single day of the year, all the mileage on the car, everything. Really, really crazy. Math up the wazoo. Now I hate math. I was always great at art and history in school, and I was always great at English.
I got no problem learning about the American Revolution or writing a paper on English literature or reading some Dostoevsky.
But when it came to math, I was definitely a big dodo.
Numbers, especially when you throw a lot of numbers at me, just numb my brain. I can't do it. I was not born to be an accountant, believe me. So 5 days of sitting there preparing my taxes. But I'm glad to announce that I'm finished.
And just in time, saved by the bell, because I'm about to get on an airplane
And hightail it the heck out of here.
I was supposed to get rid of this storage unit once I moved, but it turned out that I had so much stuff, so many props, and so many things that people have sent me,
That the Randomland Adventures storage room is still with us.
some of my travel stuff is in these little suitcases here.
And I've got to dig it all out before we get on a plane. There's that laptop case.
Boy, oh boy.
What a mess. Anyway, in addition to doing all the taxes, of course, we had to set up house watchers. What do you call that? House sitters. We had to set up cat sitters.
There's just been a lot of stuff going on,
And I'm pleased that finally all of the errands are mostly over, minus one trip to the dentist I have to make right now.
and I gotta tell you, I've never been happier to get out of the house.
Getting out of the house never felt so good.
It's gonna be pretty crazy because I've got this trip, then I come back just in time for my birthday.
That's gonna be a fun one. Everybody loves their birthday.
And then we'll be hitting the road for even more crazy adventures. Actually, basically between now and July, I've got my whole deal planned out.
Very loosely, of course, though. I don't like to have too much structure or too much pre-planning. But you know, when airplane tickets are involved, it takes a little planning. Anyway,
I had to spend a week
being a grown-up so that we could run around like a bunch of kids.
I did try to go one day in between doing all that stuff while I was like halfway done with all the math that I needed to do and try to go down to Disneyland and film, but it was impossible. It was mucho interrupto. I really like meeting the people who watch these videos. I really like meeting all of you guys. I like taking fun pics and having those fun little moments with people, and it's no problem when people run into me anywhere else, but for some reason at Disneyland, people like to stalk me. They like to follow the social media and try to hunt me down there, and there's just, it's too concentrated, you know, where people stop me all the time now. Which I never mind as long as I don't have a camera in my hands, but when I do have a camera in my hands trying to film something, it can be quite difficult. Having said that, I did do this to myself. But if I could ask a favor from all of you friends out there, if you see me with a camera in my hand, even if I'm not pointing it at something, even if it's down by my side, if I've got the camera in my hand, that definitely means that I'm filming something or in between filming some things and trying to keep the storyline in my head and whatnot. So I don't mean this in like a mean way, but I just would prefer not to be interrupted. And you guys are super cool, so every once in a while I just have to throw that out there. People are enthusiastic, they're stoked, they want to meet up, they want to get a fun pic, but I gotta get the job done, so I have to say that. And every time I have to say something like that, I always get a lot of crap for it. There's always a group of grumpies out there who want to take it the wrong way and think that I'm trying to be negative or say something negative. I can promise you, there's nothing negative involved. I do like meeting people. I do like taking the fun ones. I also like to get the job done. Know what I mean, Vern? Disneyland should be about trying to hunt down Mickey Mouse and hunt down fun. Not hunting down people who make videos, you silly geese. That's why I had the meetup. Anyway, there'll always be a certain percentage of people who think I'm whining and want to be mean to me for bringing this up. But let's say I have an hour to go and do a whole bunch of stuff and film a whole bunch of stuff that I was really interested in filming, and I get stopped 15 times. I can't pull it off. So I'm afraid I'll have to run the risk of people getting grumpy at me, but I must stick by my simple request. If you see a camera in my hands, please abstain. And in return, even though it hasn't historically been my favorite thing, I promise to consider doing more meetup type things in more places. All right, now that that's out of the way, I have got to go check the mail. I know. Lots of errands today. I'm just sort of thinking of today as the last unfun day before the adventures begin. Okay, here we go. Never know. Could be a little, could be a lot. This time, it looks like it's really jammed in there. This. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You gotta be careful when you send stuff to me. It will get folded. Ooh, and a pile of fun packages. Okay, got my fun Santa sack of mail here. I need a Santa hat. Ho, ho, ho! And now, time for the next fun thing. I've gotta head to my final appointment with the dentist. I can actually see right off the bat that there's something really cool in this bag. There's a big packet here from the Navajo Nation, which is super awesome. You can't really film on American Indian reservations and things like that on American Indian land without permission. A lot of them consider their land very sacred. They don't want people filming or taking pictures without permission. So even though I've visited a lot of those places, I couldn't film them, or I didn't film them just in case, because I don't want to violate any of the rules or anything like that. But if there's two cultures in the world that I'm completely fascinated with and like in love with, it's the Polynesians. Those people conquered the entire Pacific Ocean. That's amazing. And the indigenous Americans. So I'm pretty stoked on this. As for the rest, we'll have to wait and see. I'm late. It's the last unfun day, and we're doing all the things. Going to the places and we're doing all the stuff so that I can take off on wings tomorrow on a big old plane. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. I gotta tell you, I am very stoked that this is the last visit of this whole crazy dental procedure. They had to drill down through an old crown in my mouth down into my jaw to help with that abscess, and then they put a little temporary filling in the crown, and now I just gotta go get it replaced with a permanent filling. Shouldn't be too bad, I hope. The cool part of this last piece of the puzzle is that I get to have the work done by my actual normal dentist. I hate going to the dentist, but I actually like my dentist. Check this out, this is so weird. In the lobby of the building at my dentist are all these flags. Look at this is super weird. Oh yeah, this is nice. I feel like I could interview a world leader or something like that. Bring me Merkel, or Putin, or someone. Look at me, I have a chair, king in the castle, king in the castle. Okay, enough tomfoolery. Time for the drilling and filling. I'm free! Now my teeth won't look like this anymore. It's finished. It's finished! No more dentistry for a while. Yes! Now I can go home? And pet my kitten for a while before I have to go! Ooh, hello. Mika! Mika! Hello, kitty. Hi, kitty. Look at my kitty. Look how big my kitty is. Ow! She loves to bite. What are you doing? What are you doing, silly goose? What are you doing? You're supposed to play with your toy. You're supposed to play with your toy, not my hand. Not my hand. You're supposed to play with your toy. You're supposed to play with your toy. There, that's better. Bite that. Bite that. Is that fun? Is that fun? Is the camera fun? Our camera's fun. You're such an itty bitty pretty cutie. Little troublemaker. little troublemaker.
Okay, just trying to get everything done that I need to get done before I leave town for a while.
Including ordering new sets of pins.
My friend Fake Tyler and I have been looking into some non-eBay solutions for selling and shipping pins, so that all might change very soon.
But what I really want to do after the next round of pins is help this charity.
You guys remember 2 years ago we helped some local needy families get toys for kids whose parents weren't around?
And it was through this charity, actually, it was their little local wing of their charity, which mostly deals with orphans in Africa.
From doing the other project, I met this woman, Dr. Susan Namanji, this really cool lady from Kenya. She left poverty and all that and came here and became a doctor.
But she went back and found a country absolutely devastated by AIDS and other things, and so there's all these poor kids that have nothing going on.
They support these kids going to school, learning skills, all that kind of stuff. While the children, the small children, are easy to finance because they're cheaper, for one thing, to pay like a monthly payment to finance a child, that kind of thing.
But the hard part is once they get into high school and especially college age, they become a little more expensive.
I was just looking at the pamphlet in the dentist's office because my dentist is on the board.
Look, there he is right there, Dr. J. He goes to Africa and helps those kids.
And according to the pamphlet, see, like $25 a month supports a preschool age child, $50 a month supports an elementary school child, $100 a month supports a secondary age school child, I guess that's high school, and $120 a month supports a college-aged youth.
What I was thinking of in my head is maybe after the next round of pins,
financing one of these kids going through college in Kenya. What's 120 times 12?
I think it's about $1,400, maybe $1,500, somewhere in there.
I'm pretty sure that's doable on the next couple rounds of these pins. I want them to go towards something awesome. So far, all the money has just gone back into getting more pins made.
But I think it'd be cool to send some Kenyan orphans through college.
Anyway, that's just, I'm thinking out loud here, but I think that's what is gonna go down. So if you're interested in helping me on the next round, I'll have more information once I figure out all the details. Maybe we can do 2 kids, who knows?
For now, that's all I got. I gotta play with this kitten, I gotta pack my bags, and I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll pet my kitty again.
Oh, Mika, I hate to go.
Speaking of going, looks like Mika's about to go potty. We need to give her some privacy.
But before I leave you all today, and thank you for hanging out with me through this entire last unfun day, believe me.
I just want to show you one thing that I got from the mail.
My friend Arthur Lawson from Edinburgh
has sent me a little piece of Scotland. My own Randomland Scottish hat.
Look at this custom tam o'shanter. I don't know what's gonna happen when I put this on my head. My great-grandfather immigrated from Edinburgh, Scotland at one point. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Great Scott! I'm feeling so Scottish! Oh. Hello there, you bonny wee lassie! It's me, your Scottish boyfriend! Hello! Oh, great Scott, I'm so hungry! Bill, will you whip me up some haggis? I have a great need to feast! Here, kitty, kitty, kitty! I want you all to remember this vlog in dying in your beds many years from now. I want you to tell them that they may take our vlogs, but they may never take our freedom! Gabadoo, 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 oh, Scotland is free! You will find him. I gotta go find my kilt. See you guys later! This father swore he had dear that I